Black woman. Beautiful, powerful, resilient female of African descent with skin kissed by the sun. Conversation. A talk, especially an informal one between two or more people in which news and ideas are exchanged. We love being black women. Black women are ambitious. Black women are confident. Black women are diligent. We are tenacious. We walk out of our houses put together. We are many shades and personalities of fabulous. But we as black women don't talk about our dilemmas, current events, and what's going on every day that affects us. So, we created this podcast as a way to laugh together, cry together, and have an open conversation about life as black women.
Oh, that's deep. Black Women Conversations.
Hey, Nicole.
Hey, Jânine.
How's your week been?
So it's been okay. So I went to Indianapolis and took call there over the weekend because if you guys have been listening, you already know that I have started a new job in Atlanta. But because I've started the new job, I am doing a lot of outpatient stuff, meaning clinic, and not a lot of inpatient stuff. So when it's time for me to credential, I want to make sure I have enough inpatient cases, meaning I've seen enough patients in the hospital, I've done enough surgeries and things like that. So because there may be some question about the number of cases, because I will have not done cases now for like 6 months, I decided to go to another hospital that I used to work at. I still have privileges at, and do some cases there. Plus, I'm helping out a friend who's been on call for weeks on end. So I basically took her call, did a lot of cases this weekend. I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off, like I was a resident. And it was sort of fun. I think it was fun because I realized it was very temporary, right? Like I am not going to have to do like C-sections back to back to back and flipping babies and cerclages and all the things that I did when I get back home, right? Like, so it's not like I'm going to be constantly exhausted. So I was okay being temporarily exhausted this past weekend. It felt good to get my hands dirty again. And then, when you haven't done something for a really long time and then you have to do it, for me, it's just like, you don't even think about it. It's just like you get back in it and you're like, I still got this. Like, I still got this, right? So that's what I was doing. I was teaching residents, showing them how to do surgical procedures. And afterwards, when I went back to my hotel room, I was like, you still got it. You still got it. So that's how my week has been. And now I am back in the makeshift medicine that I'm in right now, which is, piecing together a system that is getting better every day. But I'm back to real life, back to reality. How's your week been, Jânine?
It was great. It has been crazy busy and it's going to be crazy busy for until the end of the month. And then I am going to plan a vacation somewhere. I told Ken that this year for my birthday, I told him that this year for my birthday, I was going to be on vacation on an island by myself somewhere. And that included by myself. I did not mean with him. I just meant by myself somewhere. And the good Lord must have just been like, girl, you're not going to be like this. So he just made my schedule so busy that I couldn't do that. So after my birthday, I plan on taking a vacation. I need to do that. But the weekend was great. So yesterday, the restaurant board, they put on the Grammys, and the Grammys are like the Grammys for food, right? For restaurants. It is now, I would say, and I am an events person, but I will say it is now a must go to event here in DC. Like annually must go to event. It was my first time. Now I had heard of the Grammys before, and it's kind of like swanky, it's a black tie event, but the first time that I went was yesterday and my job activated. And it was just a really good time. Like people just enjoying themselves. And shout out to Sean Townsend, who is the head of the Restaurant Association. And it is like, you can definitely tell that he used to be the mayor of nightlife here in DC because that event was nothing shy of amazing. It was great. It was great food. It was great drinks. It was great hanging out with people. It was great. And then pictures after pictures. It was just a good old time. So yeah, that's what I did yesterday. And then today I realized like, hey girl, and I know I've had this epiphany before, but the epiphany is always just so short lived until the next thing. And then my body reminds me like, hey girl, yeah, you're not 20 anymore and you need to take a nap. So when I got home at 3:30 this morning and still had to be up for 8:30 calls, I was like, oh, and it felt like my kidneys were gonna fall out of the back of my back. Yeah. I realized that I'm getting old. This is, I guess, payback for me calling all of the other people around me old all the time. But I felt really tired, but it was worth it. Like, you know how you're like, I feel beat, but it was worth it. Like, you know how you're like, I still got this. Yeah, I kind of had it. Like, I had it enough last night, but this morning I'm suffering. I tell you that much, I'm suffering. But it was fun. It was a good old time.
So let's back up for a second. One, how can said common folks get invited to the Rammys 2024? I mean, that's how, everything's always a good time when it's over food and drinks. And, people get a little loose. You put some wine, pair some wine with those meals, and everybody's friendly. I want to meet with the friendly people.
You're welcome to be invited, and it is not so that the way that Nicole is making it sound is that it's just for the like, high acidity people. That's not how it is. The Grammys were amazing, but as you put it, common folk, the people, the Grammys is for the people. It's just the people that are receiving the awards are all like restaurant owners and things like that. But like the Grammys are really for the people, and I mean, it's amazing. Let me just say that it's amazing. And yeah, just come next year. When I find the date out for Grammys 2024, you should come because it's amazing. It was so much fun. Like I
I'm
had a great time last night.
I'm going to hold you to that. And I am old, so I'm going to block the next day on my schedule. Like, there's no way. I might take 2 days off. One day to fly back, and the other day to recuperate. It's almost like when people try to drop it like it's hot now, and they're 40. First of all, I was never the girl to drop it like it's hot. Let me start there. Like, I and I don't want to say I had bad knees. I was just never the person to drop it like it's hot. So when people are like, can you still drop it like it's hot? I don't know. I wasn't dropping it like it's hot even then. I don't know, but I know I'm 40, so my knees not set up the same way. I wouldn't even try. But anyway, hey girl, I hope you had fun last night though. I hope you're fully recuperated. 3:30 in the morning. That is not mommy times. That's that's no kids fun time. Mommies are in the bed.
So to your point, one of my coworkers who is a mom, her kids are older though. And she's also one of your sorors. She was like, I got to get my mind right when I go to events with you because it's not just one stop, it's like 2 stops or maybe 3 stops. And she was like, but I'm good after 3 stops, but then you go on to stop number 4 and 5. And I just have this philosophy that like once you're outside, you just might as well stay outside. But once you come back in, like it's hard to get me back outside once I'm inside. But from the looks of the fact that I still have on the lashes from last night and most of the makeup was in my eyes this morning, Ken was like, why didn't you just wash your face? And I was like, because at 3:30 in the morning, the only thing I could think of was how soft this pillow was about to be. And y'all don't do this because it's very bad. But I did not wash my face. So when I got onto my Zooms this morning with the gold eyeshadow, then it wasn't really gold, but the makeup artist had given me eyeshadow to match my nails. But I got on the Zoom this morning with the same makeup on from last night. And I didn't feel shamed. I didn't. Because guess what? I pulled it together. We had amazing meetings and we got business done. And that's all that matters. At least that's what I told myself. But yes, that's what happened. So yes, it can be mommy time. It really can be mommy time. But it's just, yeah.
Come through with the lashes. I'm here. I'm here for a lash. I am here for a lash when you go out. The problem is I don't really go out. So every time I try to put a lash on, I like stick myself in the eye and then I remind myself, just put on eyeliner and mascara and just keep going. Somebody's told me the magnetic lashes are amazing. I actually have a pair. I'm going to have to play with them. Maybe I'll play with them on my vacation. So the magnetic lashes I heard were amazing. So I have to try those out and see if I jig myself in the eye. Maybe that'll work for me.
And if they work, I have a friend that did actually try the magnetic lashes and she swears by them. So once you do try them, let me know, because then I might try them too. Y'all, if you own a magnetic lash company and you want to let us try them, you want to send them to us, inbox us. We'll send you our P.O. box.
Yeah, I will rock them. Listen, I will if they're easy to put on. Now they have to be easy to install. Because I'm not. Listen, that is going to be proof that these are where, one, they can't fall off easy, and two, they have to be easy to install. Because I'm gonna be honest about the review. I'm just saying. Anyway, so we gotta ask our listeners how they're doing. How y'all doing? How was your
Yeah.
week? Did you go out like Jânine?
No, they still got it like you, Nicole. Like they not. I don't want anybody to go outside like me, because I feel like at this point I'm possibly being a tad abusive to my body. But yeah, I mean, at this age, if you're younger than me, if you're like, in your 20s or 30s, y'all be outside. Outside like foxes, not rats, though. We're outside like foxes. We're not outside like rats. Shout out to my friend Shannon. That's our saying all summer of 2023. Outside like foxes, not like rats.
Okay, somebody gonna have to break that down for me, because I'm sitting here thinking foxes. I don't really know when they go out. I guess because rats come out at night, so I'm not really sure what you mean by outside like foxes. Like the last time I saw a fox, it was in the middle of the day, and homegirl was in the turning lane, and people thought it was a dog, and we were like, "Is that a is that a dog or is that a, oh snap? That's a fox."
Yep.
That's what we thought. That's the last time I thought.
Hiding in plain sight. You don't know what they're doing. You have no idea. You don't know what time they're going to come out. They just appear. And then you're like, oh, look how amazing it is. It's a fox. And you're astonished. And then they go back in and you don't know where to find them. Outside like foxes, not rats.
Well, I don't know hopefully I never know where to find the rats, but okay. All right. But y'all, this is our season finale. This is season 3's finale. And we hope that you have been sharing with your friends. We hope you've been listening. And let me tell you, if you skipped an episode, I mean, we got 1 trillion episodes now, right? 3 seasons for y'all. We got like 150 episodes. No joke. So go back. If you're new, go back and catch up on season 1. You can binge listen to us all summer long and share with your friends.
Okay, before we send them off binge listening and catching up, Nicole, we promised the people that we were going to give them some news. So, Nicole, I know that you have really big news. But let me just give for the people a little groundwork, right? So, we're going to give you news. We're not going to do the timeline. The timeline today is what's going on in the life of Nicole and Jânine. So yeah, we're going to give you the what's going on in our lives and what we're going to be doing while we're off for the summer before we come back and chat with you again.
Well, let's start with you, Jânine.
I was about to say, I feel like your news might be too big. I don't know.
Let's start with you. I don't want to tell the people my news is so big and then I tell them they're like, womp, womp, womp. But let's start with you. Tell the people, okay, so what are you doing this summer? What are you going to be up to on the break?
Yeah, so we have, so let me give you the abbreviated version of what I'm going to be doing over the next couple of weeks. So over the next couple of weeks, I have a really, 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 really big event. Now, if you follow me on social media personally, then you'll be able to put 2 and 2 together, but I'm not going to give all of that information on this podcast because, there's like rules and stuff about this. So if you follow me, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you don't follow me, you can feel free to come follow me. My social media handle, because I really don't go on Facebook that much. I go on IG more. And now we have this new stuff called Spills and Threads, and I'll figure that out over the summer break too. So y'all, if you want to come find us on Spills and Threads, but give us a chance to figure it out first. But let me go back. So if you want to follow me, it's J Renee with an H, JRHENEEB as in boy. And you can see what I will be doing for the next couple of weeks. After that, literally the day after, I am being honored with a relatively prestigious award. And by prestigious, I mean, I was excited when I got nominated for it. So Washington Business Journal has made me one of the under 40 for the class of 2023. And I'm actually super excited because there are a lot of movers and shakers and very notable, very impactful people in the DC community that could have very well been sitting in my exact same situation. And they didn't think it robbery to give me the nomination. And I am going to be accepting the award. And I'm actually super excited about that because like people in DC are dope. I mean, people everywhere are dope. People in Atlanta are dope. But like, yeah, like I'm just a girl that's done a lot of things that really enjoys what she does, whether it's podcasting or working or putting together events or whatever it may be. Like, I really just enjoy what I do. And to be recognized for that, I think is super awesome. So shout out to Washington Business Journal and shout out to some really dope people who nominated me because they do some really dope things on their own as well. So yeah, I'll be doing that. And I literally just made 40 under 40 by the skin of my teeth because 10 days later, y'all, I will be turning 40 years old. And I'm excited. I'm really excited. And I hope that I get to spend, part of this summer enjoying being 40. I really would like to be out on a boat somewhere doing something, seeing people. I like to socialize, y'all. I do. I really do. And I hope that I get a chance to do that after my birthday. So that is what I will be doing. And also, side note, hopefully by the time I come back to talk to y'all, I will have a new place of residence as well. So that's what my summer will be filled with. Now, Nicole, I feel like we should give you a drum roll. You hear my little baby drum roll?
Yeah, but before that, I mean, wait, but so first of all, let's not belittle the fact that you made 40 under 40. Like that is a big deal. It's only 40 of y'all on the list. And we're talking about everybody from age like 20 to 40. Okay. So that's a big deal.
Wow.
So congratulations. Let's not belittle that thing because that is
Thank
a
you.
huge, huge deal. And the other big, huge deal is that you are coming over to the age of 40. You are in the 40s club, honey. But that's all right. 40 is the new 20. And the way you party at nighttime, you have proven that you can still groove and drop it like it's hot and all the other things with the 20-year-old. So you go ahead on, girl. Let us know how we celebrate. So, first of all, you should have blocked your schedule for your birthday so that you could have celebrated on your birthday, at least the weekend. Okay. But if you haven't already, go ahead, find some time in your future schedule so that you can celebrate your 40th birthday. Like this is a milestone birthday. You can celebrate it with you and your boo, you and your girls, you and your colleagues, or you can have a big party. So a friend of mine, a very close friend, was saying how awesome it would be to have like an all white party on a yacht. That sounds amazing.
It
And I'm here
does.
for it. I'm ready to get my white on and go on the yacht. So hint hint Ken, that may not be a bad idea.
I think that that's a great idea. And if we do it here, there's a Black owned, female owned yacht company
Ooh.
here that goes out of National Harbor, I believe. It either goes out of National Harbor or it goes out of the wharf. Either one. It's very, very close by. And honestly, I really just want to enjoy the people that I really like being around, right? So like the people that I talk to on a regular basis, the people that I work with on a regular basis, like I really just like y'all, let me tell you this. The one thing that, and I'm not even going to say the pandemic taught me, but the one thing that a lot of people and a lot of things and living for 40 years has taught me is that you really just have to enjoy life. And that's one of the things that Ken said to me earlier today. He was like, hey, so just make sure that as you were making all of these moves that you're carving out time for the things that you enjoy and that make you happy and making and creating the life that you want. Cause like no use in having a bunch of money with, nothing to do with it. And to be very honest with you, that's very true. But I also am very much like, let me make the money and I'll find the fun. But I really do understand that what I get enjoyment out of now is spending time with people and enjoying meeting new people and figuring out what makes people tick. I really should have pursued psychology because I think some of this would have been fulfilled in my job then. But I don't know. I really just want to enjoy life and people and my liberties and my pursuit of happiness. That's what I would like to enjoy.
Well, if said liberties and pursuit of happiness happens to be a yacht party, let me know. Okay. Let me know so I can book my ticket. I'm just saying. I'm there. So
I got you.
all right. So my news. So let me start by saying I feel like this whole year, like 2022, 2023 to me has just been like just a state of transition, right? So you guys know, like last summer, I was looking at jobs. I ended up getting this job. We ended up putting Harrison in a brand new school, moved to Atlanta, bought a house, started a new job, did a little bit of traveling, started a new position with the board of trustees, or excuse me, board of directors with American College of OBGYN, continued a whole bunch of other positions, right? So it's just been like a lot going on. And in that state of transition, I had to reflect. And you guys know Jânine and I are pretty transparent, but there are some things we can't talk about ahead of time because there are rules to these kind of things, right? Like Jânine can't really tell you all the things that's going on in her life. And so she's like, follow me on my personal page and you may know. Same thing here, right? Like, so you can't let everything out all at once because there are things that have to be processed and have to be finalized before you can bring them out. So I'll say, I have been very busy. Our social media accounts show you that we're busy, but one of the reasons that we're so busy is because I have been in a state of transition. And one of those transitions for me was trying to figure out what made me happy, right? First, it was the job. I wasn't happy with that job. So I had to get rid of that job. But now, y'all, I wasn't happy with the man. So you know what I had to do? I got rid of the man. And no knock to the man, okay? But I am now officially divorced. And me and my now ex-husband co-parent very well. And we get along very well. So I can't say anything bad about him. But I will say sometimes it takes you taking a look at your life, putting it on paper and saying, is this working for me? Yes or no? Is this fixable? Yes or no? And when you put the work in and you realize that things are not changing, and then you try to figure out what is that thing you want to change. Once you realize you want a person's personality, something within them to change, it's not fair for that other person. It's just not. Because it's not like I'm a bad person, and it's not like my ex-husband is a bad person. He just wasn't the person for me. And so I put it out there. That is my news. I am now officially divorced. So before y'all go inboxing me, sending me all y'all single, uncles in them, pause for a second. Let's just breathe. Appreciate the thought, but let me breathe for a little bit. Let me have fun.
Okay, so Nicole, first, I understand that ending a relationship is always very difficult, but I just want to say congratulations. Congratulations for doing something for you. And as you said, no knock to the man because he's great, but you just had to do what was making you happy, right? And this is the world we live in, where people sit through things and realize that they're not happy, but then subsequently unintentionally make other people miserable because they're not happy. And I think it's very important that if you know that you've done everything that you can do, and you know that, as you said, that what you're looking for is a fundamental change in who a person is, and it's time to walk away. Like, I think it's very healthy to walk away in the right moment. And I think that knowing you and knowing what our listeners don't necessarily know, I think, I know it was hard for you, but I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for doing ultimately what was best for you. And yeah, girl. And let me say this. Ain't nobody sending you nobody's uncles and them, okay? Girl, you 40, you don't look 40, and nobody is thinking about sending you uncles and them. But we do have a lot of male listeners. So what I'm going to say, Nicole was saying before the y'all send uncles and them. What I'm going to say is, before y'all that listen to us very regularly, because we know you're out there and we love you, y'all don't slide in her DMs. Don't do that. No, I should say no more than you already do. It's like, I'm playing. Nicole doesn't have any DMs like that. That's me.
My personal page is pretty small. I will say that. It is like me and what I do, and I put out like my thoughts and my energy come from my social media page or my Instagram page. But it's very small. I'm not as popping as Jânine in these streets on my personal page. But you guys can follow me on Pregnancy Pearls to get all of your pregnancy information. And you can follow me on my personal page too, but it's just not as popping as Janine's personal page. But let me say this. Let me go back, because I feel like when I'm talking through our Let's Talk Through It segment, I am usually the person that's like, let's make it work, right? Like, let's try to make it work. And so before somebody has like a revelation of, oh my God, Nicole did it. She chose happiness. I'm not happy with this Negro. He snored too much. Y'all, if you can fix your marriage, fix it. Go on a marriage retreat, go to some counseling. If you're married to a stand-up dude, do what you're supposed to do. Have you some, bedtime and bedroom rendezvous, okay? And get your life together, okay? But if you know that you are being taken advantage of, you're being mentally, verbally, or physically abused, you're being cheated on, and I'm not saying that my ex-husband did any of those things, but I'm saying if that's your case, then it's time to have a come to Jesus, and you may need to walk away. Okay. But not the little, he left the toilet seat open. Like, I just hear so many people talk about things that are just not really, I mean, they're trivial, and we're walking out of our marriages. So I don't want y'all to think I just walked out of my marriage for a trivial reason, because that is absolutely not the case. It was a very well thought out decision. I had to make the best decision for me and my child. Harrison's age had a lot to do with it. Like, drawing it out until he's like 10 to me was just not what I wanted to do, right? That would be more impactful from a medical standpoint than walking away when he's 3. Okay, so for me, I trust me, I thought through the process very long and hard. So I don't want this to be anybody else's aha moment and think, okay, Nicole is putting out that she got divorced, so maybe I need to rethink my marriage. I ain't saying that, because these streets are not what they used to be. Okay, they're not what they used to be.
I agree. Y'all know that Nicole is always the one that is advocating for marriage. Now, I will tell you, if you don't like what's happening and you don't want to deal with it anymore, go. It ain't nothing but a door and opportunity. But yeah, Nicole, and that's how I know that Nicole made the right decision, because she will advocate for marriage even when I'm like, Nicole, what are you talking about? It's time to leave. Like, I'm like, the expiration date is in a couple days, and Nicole is like, it can be past its expiration date. It's just a little mold. A little mold won't hurt you. But she advocates for marriages, like hardcore advocates for marriages. So again, to her point, if you can make it work and you complain about snoring and weight and stupid stuff, just let it go. Like, you can complain about whatever it is you want to complain about, but complain about it and keep it going. Keep your relationship moving. But if you are in a situation where it's, as the courts might say, irreconcilable differences, or if you're being harmed, then let it go.
Now somebody did ask me, a friend of mine that knows that I'm divorced now. It's like, oh my God, so what are you going to do? So it's not going to be Pregnancy Pearls with Dr. Plenty anymore. No, y'all, it's still Pregnancy Pearls with Dr. Plenty. Not switching my last name up. Not until somebody else drops a real nice ring on my finger. Then if I got remarried, then I think about changing my last name. But if that doesn't happen, then I'm just Pregnancy Pearls with Dr. Plenty.
Or you could just be like Tina Turner, God rest her soul. She was like, I'm keeping a name.
Regardless. I am keeping a name. I earned this.
I'm here for it. But if you would like to, divorce parties are a thing now. So if you would like to throw a divorce party the same time that I'm throwing my birthday party, we can. I think all white on a yacht, I think that's fair.
No, I will listen. I'll come on your yacht. But I just don't think, like, when people celebrate divorce, I'm like, it's not really a celebration. Like, what am I celebrating? Like, I'm not going to celebrate something being broken, right? I'm not. And then my child is a product of something broken. So I'm not going to celebrate it. I'm just trying to make Harrison's life, as normal as possible. That's all I'm trying to do. And of course, I'm trying to focus on some like life after divorce type stuff. So y'all know now why I wasn't as active on social media. I'll get back active on social media. Season 4 obviously is going to be coming up in a month or two. So we'll be, moving and grooving and shaking. We will have some new things coming out. Jânine and I will be back on the grind. We probably have an event for season 4. What you think, Jânine? We need to do something for season 4. We need to see the people.
Yes, and I think that we keep saying that, but we haven't actually done it. So let's do it. Let's just make a commitment to do it. But I would like to say this. When you have a divorce party, it's not to celebrate the divorce. It's actually not to celebrate the end. It's to celebrate the new beginnings that are going to come, which is why I thought that a white party would be dope. But we don't have to have a divorce party. We can just party just because we've been given an opportunity to live it another day. So I think we should do events. And I enjoy events. And I think that as opposed to just planning events for other people, why not plan them for myself? And us, like, duh. So we're actually going to do it. We're going to set dates and do events and figure it out. And y'all are going to come out and see us, right?
They
Y'all?
better.
I was about to say, I didn't hear nobody talk back. Oh, yeah, it's a podcast. But yeah, no, y'all have to come out and see us. Like, y'all, we bare our entire soul. We tell everything. We tell things that we promised that we wouldn't tell, y'all. So y'all are on the inner circle now at this point. So we need y'all to come out and see us and hug our necks and kiss our babies that we don't have. Nicole's baby is going to be a big boy, and we don't even need to talk about this. Janine's not having any babies, but hug our necks. Come out and see us.
All right, are we getting the motivational moment right now?
Yes. We had enough soul bearing, so yes. Let's give some positivity out here, Nicole.
Okay, this one comes from Angela Davis, who said, "I am no longer accepting the things I cannot change. I am changing the things I cannot accept." So ladies, take a good look at your life. If you like it, great. But if you don't, be brave and take the intentional steps you need to change it, one day at a time. Until we meet again.
Pray, work, slay.
And show off your melanated excellence.
Bye!
Oh, That's Deep, Black Women Conversations is produced by Nicole Lee Plenty and Janine Brunson Johnson. Executive producer, Ken Johnson. Get the Oh, That's Deep, Black Women Conversation podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, or where you get your podcasts. Please subscribe and rate us. You can follow Oh, That's Deep, Black Women Conversations on IG at Oh, That's Deep, BWC. Oh, That's Deep, Black Women Conversations is a Mean Old Lion Media production.